years, the History Channel's hit show, The Food That Built America, has enlightened us with the origin stories behind some of the country's most iconic food empires. And it's back again for the 5th season.
Oh my, it looks so good there. And joining us now to share his wealth of knowledge and fun facts on some of our favorite foods is show expert Adam Richman. Welcome back, everybody.
Thank you so much for having me.
So much.
Great to
Appreciate
see
it, man.
you.
And by the way, we should mention, since we just talked about Freaknik.
Oh my gosh.
He went to Freaknik and he went to an HBCU, but we won't talk about those stories.
Oh, that's okay.
We'll just talk about the food.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Started with Tootsie Rolls.
Ironically enough, there's a Freaknik time because I will let me see the Tootsie Roll.
Oh.
There we go. So the Tootsie Roll itself's been around since 1907 and started as a kind of very poorly named product called Bromangelon. Oh. And the inventor, Leo Hirschfeld, tried to make sort of a chocolate jello. He baked it, put like sort of his fork through it to pop the air bubbles, and he found this wonderful chewy treat. He used to call his daughter Clara Tootsie, and that's how it got its name. Wow. And people don't realize Sinatra is apparently buried with a pocket full of them. It kept a downed pilot alive during World War II. The Tootsie Pop didn't come around till 1931, and when they made the big contest about, you know, how many licks does it take, there were over 20,000 like responses. But the coolest thing about them, if you remember the commercial.
Oh, let's watch the commercial.
Oh, you have a
right
commercial.
now.
Cool,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
A good question. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
He takes the bite eventually.
Brings back
He does
memories.
that little thing. So the guy behind Mr. Owl is a voice actor named Paul Winchell, who you may actually know as the voice of Tigger from Winnie the Pooh and from Gargamel on the Smurfs.
Wow.
He was a legendary ventriloquist dummy. People also don't know he created one of the very first artificial hearts ever to be implanted in a human body.
Oh, wow.
The great Paul Winchell.
Very cool. Okay, let's look at this next one.
Okay.
And let's just give people a hint. So we're going to play the theme song. You can see the commercial real quick.
Okay, let's do it.
An evening spaghetti you can eat with a spoon. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Eat round spaghetti that'll stay on your spoon. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
All those tasty O's means a mouthful of fun.
This is a kid favorite right here.
We weren't allowed to eat these, but we used to sing, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs all the time.
So this was one of the first savory products aimed at kids. Without this, there'd be no Lunchables, no Hot Pockets, nothing. And there were 20 million kids, rather, you know, massive boom from the baby boom. So they needed something for kids. So this is actually inspired shape-wise from the funny papers, from the thought bubbles in cartoon strips. There's actually 4 different sizes of O in each can. And the slogan came from one of the creators brought some home, a prototype. His kid dropped some on his shirt and said, "Daddy, uh-oh, SpaghettiO." And that's literally...
And that's how they got today.
Seriously, and then Jimmy Rogers used his song, "Uh-oh, I'm Falling in Love," and that became, "Uh-oh, SpaghettiO."
Oh, that's so
And
cool.
we all know it.
Absolutely.
Let's go to the next one. I used to love to lick the bowl on this one. You want to spin it around and then we'll take a look at the commercial?
like to lick
Spin
the bowl on
carefully
these.
now.
All right, roll
All
it,
right,
Jake.
so this is what's crazy. There actually was someone named Duncan Hines, but there was no one named Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker was actually this sort of idea that was created by one of the advertising executives at the Washburn Crosby Company, and Marjorie Halstead was a home economist who was the voice and the sort of persona behind Betty Crocker. At one point, she was considered the second most trusted and beloved woman in America, behind only Eleanor Roosevelt, and she doesn't exist. In 1945, they exposed it. They actually took the name of Charles Crocker, who was a retired executive that was really respected. They thought the name Betty was cheerful and warm.
Yeah, and it's delicious.
Can't beat that.
Okay, our last one.
Okay,
This
this is
was
a great
a
one.
favorite of mine.
Still a favorite of mine.
Dr. Pepper.
Is it a Southern thing? I find it more in the South than I do on the
Oh,
East
Dr.
Coast.
Pepper. Well, the irony is Dr. Pepper is one of the oldest existing soda brands in the entire country, and Hires Root Beer was the first nationally distributed one. They both come from guys named Charles. This is Charles Anderton, who actually never profited from his creation. He was in Waco, Texas. It was really the Old West. He created this sort of thing, and he took the smells in the air, and he used 23 different flavor components that are still secret. And people used to say, shoot me a Waco. And eventually, he created Dr. Pepper.
Thank you, Adam Richman. You are a wealth
So
of
cool.
knowledge.
Thank you.
Season 5 of The Food That Built America airs Sundays on the History Channel.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.